Shema Shema Yasharal Yahweh Lahayana wa Yahweh Echad. We bless Yahweh today on this blessed Sabbath day, and we coming to you, blessing all of you, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. We blessing you in the name of Yahweh Hashem Mashiach Yahweh Shah. As the commandments of Yahweh commanded us, I'm sitting here and I'm holding a shofar. Now this shofar is what we are to blow every Sabbath, every full moon, every holy feast day that we have. Yes, the Most High Yahweh created the heaven and earth 6 days, and He rests on the Sabbath. So hear this, all you followers of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. If you are a true follower of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and you don't know by now, here's the day. This is your day to know that, yes, if you are a follower of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which the commandments was given to us, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, this is something you need to know because, yes, we are supposed to keep the Sabbath day. The Most High Yahweh created the heaven and earth 6 days and rest on the Sabbath day. This is the Sabbath day, and for all those that I pray for, and I'm asking you to do the same for me, pray to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who sent His Son. Revelation chapter 1, 13, 14, and 15. That's what you pray to when you pray for me. And I pray to Him for you. Yasha Allah. Here we are today. I want to take this time right here and name Yahweh Hashem Mashiach Yahweh Shah to blow this trumpet in remembrance to everybody. And to what we do is we blow this trumpet to the east, and then we say prayers. I will be reciting Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Then I will say it in English for all those who it's not familiar with Hebrew, but I encourage you, Black Latinos, Native American Indians. We know English, we know Spanish. Those languages was given to us, but our language, our original language, all you Black Latinos and Native American Indians out there, our original language is the Hebrew language. I did not say Yiddish. I said Hebrew, and I'm going to recite that to you. And if you want information of getting the original language, just leave a question and I can see what I can get done for you. We blow this, and it is also well to light in cinnamon incense, frankincense, and myrrh incense as you pray. Those will be the great tactics because those were the tactics of our forefathers in prayer. This is the correct time to do it, for this is the Sabbath day. The Most High created the heaven and earth 6 days and rest on the Sabbath. I'll be going over some scriptures. And anybody who have any questions, think not twice, but also to leave your questions leave any questions that you have, and we see through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, especially you Israelites that don't believe in the New Testament. I can clearly see I'm gonna have to chase y'all because y'all not gonna leave me much scriptures down here. But let's just walk in peace today in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, and let's proceed. Shema, Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Elahayanawa, Yahweh Echad. Hear, O Israel, Almighty Yahweh, our power is one. Psalms 121. Let's read that, shall we? Anasha ayan yam ya al hahar yam ma'ara yabawa'a Shemayam wa'ara taza la a ya nafan lamawat ragal ya la a nayam shashamaya hana ya la a nayam wa la a yashan shashamaya Yashra Allah, Yahweh, Yahweh, Shemaria, Yahweh, Yahweh, Tazal, Ya Al, Yam, Ya Hashmash, Yala'a, Ha Kaya, Bawa, Yamawala'a, Halabana, Bala, Yala, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yashamar, Ya Makara, Yashmar, Napash, Ya Yahweh, Ya Shamar, Ya Walak, Ya Yabawaya Ma'athan Wa'ad Awalam. I will look unto the hills which cover my help coming from the mighty Yahweh, who created the heaven and earth. Almighty Yahweh will not suffer thy foot to be moved. Almighty Yahweh that keepeth thee will not slumber nor sleep. Almighty Yahweh is thy keeper. Almighty Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Almighty Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. Almighty Yahweh, our power, shall preserve thy soul. Almighty Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this day on. And then Yahweh Shem Yahamashiach Yahweh Shawah. I'm coming to you now. I'm going to read to you from David. And then from David, peace be upon my Yah, we're going to read Zechariah 19 because this predicts the coming of Almighty Yahweh, for this will be our 7 millennium reign, for when Yahweh shall regather all of Yasharala, Israel, from all the four corners of the world where we've been scattered, and where the majority of us rely in North, Central, and South America, where today we're known as your so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. But yes, we are scattered all four corners of the world. That is also true as well. We're in Africa, we're in Russia, we're everywhere on this planet Earth. And when Christ Mashiach Yahweh Shah, a so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, comes, and he will gather all of us up. And that is our hope. This will be, let's read out of Psalms 18. Let's read out of Psalms 18. Lift up your hands. Let's point to the east, and I will read this. This will be in pure English. I will point to the east towards Jerusalem, for here I bless with Jerusalem shall prosper that love thee. Also, it is a covenant that was made with Solomon that when they point towards this city, Jerusalem, that Yah will hear our prayers. So we need Yah to hear our prayers with all the struggling and hell we go through on a day-to-day basis. But in the name of Almighty Yahweh, okay, this is from David, Psalms 18. I will love thee, Almighty Yahweh, my strength. Almighty Yahweh is my rock, my fortress, my deliverer. Almighty Yahweh, my strength, in whom I trust, my buckler, and the horn of thy salvation, and my high tower. I will call upon the name of Almighty Yahweh, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from thine enemies, the sorrows of death. Notice what it says right here. Verse 3, I will be saved by my enemies. We have enemies. We can't sit around here, walking around here like happy slaves, acting like we love everybody. You know, we have enemies. We have people that hate us. And it's the same people who had us picking cotton off the cotton field. And all the nations, actually all the nations hates us. Take a look around you. You have all these other foreigners that come and take businesses and come right in our neighborhoods, Black and Latino neighborhood, come right in our neighborhood and take over. They screw our women, but we can't touch theirs, and we ain't supposed to touch theirs. You know, we're supposed to stick with our own, but yet they still screw our women. We are being used and abused in all the cities and ghettos and slums that we stay in by these other nations, because all these other nations, despite us, they hate us, they don't like us. Yes, they're going to act like they like us because they need us to spend our money to keep their business going. You know the game, okay? Because you're familiar with a fake eye when you hit the club, but you ought to be familiar with a fake eye when you are dealing with these other peoples. None of them never liked us. If they did, we wouldn't be in the conditions that we are in. But none of them never like us. We are to love ourselves. We are to love our brethren. It's the way we love ourselves. Thus says Almighty Yahweh. But yes, Yahweh has enemies, and on the day that he returns, which is not far from now, he will throw judgment on all the enemies of the world, because the whole world have persecuted and taken part in persecuting the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, verse 4. The sorrows of death compassing me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. Okay, the sorrows of hell compassed me, and the snares of death prevented me. Yes, hell does exist, because you have some people that's not saying that it exists, but it does exist. You have the Shiloh, the Hades, and the Gehenna. And with the Shilohs and the Hades and the Gehenna, you have one where they take trash and just like kind of throw it somewhere and let fire burn it. And you have the wilderness and the hell that we go through every single day with our mind. And you also have the hell that is in the ditch under the earth, where all you evil people will go after the day of judgment. Okay, and all that's in scriptures. And in verse 6, in my distress I call upon thee, Almighty Yahweh, and cry unto Almighty Yahweh, our power. And Almighty Yahweh heard my voice out of the temple, and my cry came before Almighty Yahweh, even unto his ears. Then Almighty Yahweh, Almighty Yahweh, our power, um, I start at verse 6 again, I messed up. Okay, in the distress I called upon Almighty Yahweh, I cried unto Almighty Yahweh. Almighty Yahweh heard my voice out of the temple, and my cry before Almighty Yahweh, even unto Yahweh's ears. Then the earth shook and trembled, and the foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken because of his words. Because that's just what's going to happen, and how it's going to happen when Christ land his foot on the mountain of Olives. If he land his foot on the mountain of Olives, boom, it's going to be earthquake and destruction, because that's what's going to happen when he comes to redeem the 12 tribes of Israel. Who are they today? You so-called Black Latinos and Native American Indians. If anybody have questions about why they other particular race can't be saved, leave your question there. I will give you the scriptures, because we letting the Bible talk. Okay, salvation is for Israel only. When Christ died, his death, burial, and resurrection was for Israel only. Okay, and Israel is not who is over there today claiming to be Jews. Israel is your modern day blacks and Latinos and Native American Indians, and the same fatherly seed descendant that has been scattered over all the other four corner parts of the world. Okay. Um, Verse 8, there went up. It said, then went up smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth, devouring coals were kindled by it. Almighty Yahweh bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was upon his feet. And he rode upon a cherubim and did fly, because this is how he's going to come and redeem us. Yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his secret place, his tribulation. Around about him were dark waters and thick clouds of the skies, and the brightness that was before him, his thick clouds passed. Because the Bible teaches that in the day of Armageddon, the sky is going to be very dark. See what I'm saying? And it says, Almighty Yahweh also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones, and coals of fire. Okay, because just like he told Noah, I will not flood the earth, but I will destroy it by fire. And that's how America will be destroyed, and that's how all the places where we've been scattered will be destroyed, as the spiritual Egypt will be destroyed, and we will leave Egypt to return back to our homeland to receive our King Mashiach Yahweh. Okay. Yea, he sent out his arrows and scattered them, and he shot out lightnings and discomfited them. Verse 15. Then the channels of the waters were seen, and the foundations of the world were discovered at thy rebuke. O Yahweh, at the blast of the breath of his nostrils, Almighty Yahweh sent from above. He took me and drew me out of many waters. He did chose David to be a king. Okay. He delivered me from my strong enemies and from them which hated me, for they were too strong for me. They perverted me in the day of my calamity. The Almighty Yahweh was my stay. Almighty Yahweh brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me. Almighty Yahweh caused because he delighted in me. Almighty Yahweh rewarded me accordingly to my righteousness, accordingly to my cleanliness of my hands, that he recompensed me, for I have kept the ways of Almighty Yahweh, and have not wickedly departed from Almighty Yahweh, for all his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. We are to keep his commandments at all times. That's why I say, anybody who said they following the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, know that we are to keep the Sabbath. If you feel it's not necessary to do that, then leave a question on my comment area, and I will give you the scriptures that we are to keep the Sabbath. If you're saying you worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you are to keep the Sabbath. You are to keep his holy days. You are to keep his full moons. Okay? All his holy days you will see Leviticus 23. And you will know through Christ, Christ said that I come not to destroy the law, but I come to fulfill it. For heaven and earth shall pass away, but his word will never pass away. We ought to still keep his law to this very day. Verse 22, for all his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. David worshiped Yahweh in spirit and in truth. We must do the same. I also was upright before him, and I kept myself from my iniquities. Therefore have Almighty Yahweh recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands and his eyesight. With the merciful thou wilt show thyself merciful, with an upright man thou wilt show thyself upright. With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the forward thou wilt show thyself forward. For thou wilt save the afflicted people. Who are the afflicted people? Look who's at the ghettos and the slums in every city in this country. You will find nothing but your blacks and Latinos and Native American Indians. We are at the bottom rate of every aspect of this country in this American life. We are the first fired, the last hired, and most of our jobs is not being given to the man so he can be a provider of a home. It's given mostly to the woman so that she can no longer need the man, and there will be no father in the house, and there will be an unhappy home, because without the man, the house is not a home. Okay, I know it's hard for a lot of y'all to accept that, because the media has taught you black women to hate us black men in such a passionate way, but come to Yah and figure out his ways and let Yahweh be your guide. Your guide is for Yahweh to give you a man, and he will, but you must play your role as a woman first. All you men, take a wife and do not be whoremongers. Thank you. In the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, and with a forward I will show thyself forward. Verse 27, for thou wilt have the afflicted people, but will bring down high looks. That means Esau's kingdom is coming down. Okay, for thou wilt light my candle. Almighty Yahweh, my power will enlighten my darkness, for by thee I have run through a troop, and by my power Yahweh have I leaped over a wall. As for Almighty Yahweh, his way is perfect. Almighty Yahweh, the power is tried. Almighty Yahweh is a buckler to all those that trust in him. For who is Almighty Yahweh? Save Almighty Yahweh. Or who is the rock? Save Almighty Yahweh. That means who is our strength? Yahweh is our strength. That's why I'm telling you how the scripture says Yahweh is our strength. Okay, this system is coming down. Black man, black woman, Latin man, Latin woman, Native American man, Native American woman, stop depending on the system. Learn how to love each other unconditionally for just cause y'all woke y'all up. Stop depending on the system. The system is made to keep y'all arguing every day. That's what the system is made for. Turn away from it. Come out of a herd. Yahweh's people. Take not the ways of America. Take not the ways of North, Central, and South, or wherever we've been scattered to. Take not the ways and come unto the Holy Bible, because this Bible was given to us as a family, the 12 tribes of Israel. Verse 31, for who is Almighty Yahweh, save Almighty Yahweh, or who is the rock that save? Who is a rock save Almighty Yahweh? Verse 32, it is Almighty Yahweh that reigneth, that girdeth me with strength, and maketh my way perfect. Almighty Yahweh maketh my feet like hinds feet, and setteth me upon high places. Almighty Yahweh teacheth my hands to war. Wait a minute. Yeah, verse 34. Go to Psalms 18, verse 34. Almighty Yahweh teacheth my hands to war. So when it's time to war, it is necessary to war. You war for righteous sake. In the name of Yahweh Hashem Mashiach Yahweh Shah. You know what I'm saying? Almighty Yahweh, teach my hands of how to war. Verse 35. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand have holden me up, and thy gentleness have made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. In the name of Almighty Yahweh. Verse 37. I have pursued my enemies. Boom, enemies. Okay. I have pursued my enemies. The problem with most of us, black Latinos and Native American Indians, we don't believe we don't see the other nations and the other races as enemies to us, but we will see each other as enemies. We have to change that. The whites, the Africans, the Chaldeans, they all took their part in enslaving us, so therefore, these are our enemies. But we are not each other's enemies. We look at each other as individuals. It's time to look at each other as you would look at your brother that stays in the house with you, or your sister that stays in the house with you. And come to Yah, come to Yah, come to Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach through the Son that He sent down on the cross and a tree for us to give redemption to Israel. I have purpose in my enemies. Verse 37, I have pursued my enemies and overtaken them, neither did I turn again till they were consumed. Verse 38, I have wounded them, that they were not able to rise. They are fallen under my feet, for thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast stubbled under me those that rose up against me. Thou hast also given me the necks of my enemies. Giving me the necks of my enemies. Read verse 40. Thou hast also given me the necks of my enemies. This is David speaking through the spirit and power of Yahweh. Yes, David knew plenty about Christ. Prophesied about Christ. Knew who Christ was. 110%. So for all you Israelites that only want to believe David is the Messiah, yes, David knew exactly who Christ was. Spoke of him all the time throughout these Psalms. And yes, we will go to them scriptures, but if you want to send me a question, please do so. Okay. In verse 41, they cried, but there was none to save them, even unto Almighty Yahweh, but Almighty Yahweh answered them not. Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind. I did cast them out as the dirt in the streets. Thou hast delivered me from starvings of people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen. The heathen. I mean, he had rulership over these people at one time when he was with David, because David was, he made mistakes and all, but David was a righteous king. Peace be upon him by Yahweh, and that's what we were sort of having our way until we went into these idols, and that's messing us up. Just like we're doing here in America, we're not supposed to get into these idols, and the idols consist of more than just a hard statue, but a fake way of thinking, a fake way of living, a fake way of seeing life. And that's what we do on a day-to-day basis. We leave the door looking for the movies, the same adrenaline that these movies give us, the same adrenaline that these fake American Idol shows give us. We look for it out here in the world. We see that it's not real, and we just don't get into it. It's too late. Come out of her, my people, take not of her ways. Stop thinking like her. You black and Latinos and Native American Indians, this is the way we're supposed to think. Not TV, but Bible. Okay? And we must understand that. Okay, the strangers shall fade away and be afraid out of their close places. Verse 46. Almighty Yahweh liveth, and blessed be the rock, and let Almighty Yahweh of my salvation be exalted. Yahweh shall sit on the throne of David. It is Almighty Yahweh that avengeth me. It is Almighty Yahweh that avengeth me. In the name of Almighty Yahweh, Yah is King. Yah is righteous, righteous one. Yahshua is Almighty Yahweh. Verse 47. I'm going to start at verse 47. It is Almighty Yahweh that avengeth me, and subdueth the people under me. Almighty Yahweh delivereth me from mine enemies. Yea, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me. Thou hast delivered me from thy violent man. Therefore I will give thanks unto Almighty Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, amongst the heathen, and sing praises unto thy name. Great deliverance give he to his king, and show of mercy unto his anointed. Thy wide peace be upon him by Yahweh, and to his seed forevermore. Now notice what I did when I came up here. Verse 49, therefore I will give thanks unto thee, Almighty Yahweh, amongst the heathen. So when we get out here, when we walk out there, we can't be a Hebrew Israelite when you on the phone with another Israelite, but then once you leave the door, you doing your thing. You gotta cut that bullshit out. Period. Okay? And ain't nobody really gotta explain that to you. You know how to put your right shoe and left shoe on. Cut that bullshit out and be about this word. You see what I'm saying? And when people see you outside in your house or anywhere, they supposed to look at you and say, I know that it's a worshiper of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They supposed to know that about you. If they not, then you need to start shining up. You need to shine up your shoes. In the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakadah. Okay? It's just that plain and simple. Real recognize real. We knew that when we was out in the streets. Soon we was out in the streets, or if you was locked up and somebody was brand new coming in there or something, you kind of peep them out right before, And within the first 4 and 2 seconds, you peeping them out and already seeing how they is. Well, that's how these people out here in this world is not stupid. And if you going around saying you're a worshiper of the Most High Yahweh, that's how people are supposed to know and see about you. They're supposed to know that when they want something about the Bible answered, they're supposed to come to you. And you're supposed to be the teacher. And all you women, don't get this shit twisted. You're supposed to have these people to go to your husband. If your husband ain't of the word, you better get on your knees and start praying. And keep on praying, keep on praying, and keep on praying. You know what I'm saying? Because your husband is the head, and that's the one that's supposed to answer the questions of anybody who have a question for you. But they're supposed to know to come to you because they know you are a true worshiper of Yahweh, and we're supposed to worship Almighty Yahweh amongst the nations. In the name of Yahweh, Hashem, HaMashiach, Yahweh Shah. So, what I read out of was Psalms 18. And now that I read out of Psalms 18, if anybody have a question, please do so. So I'm pleading Psalms 121 over everybody. All of the 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, I plead Psalms 121 over you. I bless you very dearly in the name of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah. And what I'm asking everybody to do for, pray for everybody who's been requesting for prayer. All those who request me to pray for them, I'll be more than happy to do so. Please pray for me 7 times more. And in the name of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakadah, bless and thank the Most High Yahweh for all y'all. So be it. Bless Yahweh.